Stop wasting your late summer garden space. The August planting revolution that doubles your harvest. Tired of watching your garden wind down just when you're hitting your stride as a gardener? The Living Soil Lab reveals the game-changing strategy of August planting that will transform your fall garden into a productivity powerhouse and guarantee fresh harvests well into winter. Fellow gardeners, it's time to unlock the secret that experienced growers have known for generations. The unseen power of August planting. What to plant. August represents one of gardening's best-kept secrets, and I'm here to let you in on it. While most gardeners are focused on harvesting their summer bounty, the savvy ones are already planning their fall garden transformation. This isn't about desperate last-minute planting, it's about strategic timing that takes advantage of nature's perfect conditions. The magic happens because August offers the ideal sweet spot where soil temperatures remain warm enough for rapid germination, typically ranging between 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, while the gradually decreasing daylight hours signal plants to focus their energy on root development and leaf production rather than flowering. This combination creates an accelerated growth period that's simply impossible to replicate in spring when you're battling unpredictable weather and soil that's just warming up. What makes August truly special is the dramatic reduction in pest pressure. Many of the insects that plague spring plantings have completed their life cycles, and beneficial predators are at their peak populations. You'll find yourself dealing with significantly fewer aphids, flea beetles, and cabbage worms, giving your new seedlings the peaceful start they deserve. So, what should you plant right now for those fall harvests? Let's dive into the champions of August planting, starting with the speed demons that'll have you picking fresh greens in just a few weeks. Radishes are absolute superstars here, with varieties like Cherry Belle and French Breakfast ready to pull in just about 25 to 30 days. The cooler nights of early fall, honestly, create the perfect conditions for developing that crisp texture and mild bite, making spring radishes seem kinda harsh in comparison. Lettuce, believe it or not, transforms into a completely different crop when grown for fall harvest. August-planted lettuce develops deeper, more complex flavors as temperatures cool, and varieties like Buttercrunch and Red Sails actually prefer those shorter days ahead. These greens will keep producing well into November and even December in a lot of regions, giving you that fresh salad foundation when, let's face it, grocery store options become expensive and pretty lackluster. Spinach planted now, well, it really becomes the superhero of your fall garden. Unlike spring spinach that bolts at the first hint of warm weather, fall spinach develops thick, substantial leaves with some pretty incredible cold tolerance. Varieties like Space and Tai will give you continuous harvests through multiple frosts, and the flavor actually gets sweeter with each cold snap, as the plants convert starches to sugars for protection. Root vegetables really take on an entirely new personality when they're planted in August. Carrots, for example, develop their signature sweetness only when they mature in cool weather, and planting them now means they'll be sizing up during September, and October's just perfect growing conditions. For heavy soils, it's best to choose shorter varieties like Paris Market or Chantenay, but if your beds are loose and well draining, you can go with classics like Nantes. So, what should you plant now for fall harvests? Well, this is where things get kind of exciting, the crops that might just surprise you with how well they perform. Beets planted in August actually avoid the spring struggle with bolting, and they develop incredibly tender leaves along with those sweet, earthy roots. Detroit Dark Red and Chioggia varieties really excel in fall conditions, and you'll be able to harvest both greens and roots from the very same plants. The Brassica family honestly, truly shines when you plant them in August. Broccoli transplants set out now will form heads during the cool days of October and November, producing those tight, flavorful crowns that the summer heat just makes impossible. Be sure to choose varieties bred specifically for fall production, like Belstar or Diplomat, since they're designed to handle the shorter days ahead. Kale reaches its full potential only when grown through cool weather. August-planted kale develops thicker leaves with better texture and, loses that bitter edge that characterizes summer-grown plants. Varieties like winter boar and red boar will provide harvests straight through winter in many climates, becoming sweeter with each frost. Don't overlook herbs in your August planting strategy. Cilantro, which bolts immediately in summer heat, becomes a reliable producer when started now. Dill planted in August will be ready for your fall pickle-making sessions, and parsley will establish strong root systems that carry it through winter in protected locations. Mastering August planting techniques. For what to plant. Success with August planting hinges on understanding that these seedlings face unique challenges. Your soil has been working hard all summer and honestly needs refreshing before asking it to support new growth. Work in compost or well-aged manure to replenish nutrients, but avoid fresh nitrogen sources that can burn tender seedlings in warm soil. Water management becomes critical during August planting because you're asking seeds to germinate and establish in conditions that can still be quite warm during the day. The key is maintaining consistent soil moisture without creating waterlogged conditions that invite fungal problems. Water deeply in early morning to give plants time to dry before evening, and, consider using shade cloth for the first week to prevent heat stress on germinating seeds. Direct seeding works beautifully for most August crops, but pay attention to soil temperature. If your soil is consistently above 75 degrees Fahrenheit, wait for a cool spell or create microclimates with temporary shade. Seeds planted in excessively warm soil often have poor germination or develop weak root systems that, struggle later. Row covers become invaluable tools for August plantings, not for warmth, but for protection from late-season pests and to moderate soil temperature swings. Lightweight fabric covers can reduce soil temperature by 5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit during hot days while maintaining good air circulation. Your fall garden's secret weapon, it's finally unveiled, the results of what you planted. The payoff for August planting honestly extends far beyond just a longer harvest. These crops develop flavors that really you just can't get with spring or summer growing. Cool weather root vegetables, they concentrate sugars as they mature in those falling temperatures, creating this complexity that transforms simple vegetables into, gourmet ingredients. Your fall harvest timeline becomes, honestly, remarkably predictable with August planting. While spring gardens, face weather uncertainties that can delay harvests by weeks, fall conditions usually follow reliable patterns that let you plan meals around specific harvest dates. This kind of reliability, it just makes August planting perfect for gardeners who want to preserve or share their harvest. The extended growing season that August planting provides creates gardening momentum that carries you through the darker months. Instead of sadly cleaning up summer's remnants, you're actively tending thriving plants and bringing in fresh harvests. This psychological boost keeps you connected to your garden year-round and builds skills that make you a more complete gardener. Most importantly, August planting teaches you to think seasonally about your garden rather than viewing it as a spring to fall sprint. You'll start noticing how different crops excel in different seasons and begin planning succession plantings that maximize your garden's potential throughout the year. This shift in thinking transforms good gardeners into great ones. Ready to revolutionize your fall garden? Start with just a few of these August plantings this year and experience the difference for yourself. Your future self will thank you when you're harvesting fresh, flavorful vegetables, while others are resigned to grocery store options. If this guide opened your eyes to the incredible potential of August planting, make sure to subscribe to the Living Soil Lab for more game-changing gardening strategies that will transform your growing success. Share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to discover their fall garden's secret weapon. Together, we're building a community of year-round growers who never settle for an off-season.